Hello, everyone. Welcome to this conference. I am Oluwakemi Edet Utan on behalf of CMU Center for Women Empowerment. And today I'm going to be talking about health, safety, and self-confidence for female entrepreneurs post-COVID-19. And together we'll be looking at how we can build resilience among female entrepreneurs after COVID-19. And at the end of my presentation today, we're going to learn tips on how to balance your business with your health. You will learn how to strategically collaborate to build self confidence. And finally, don't let the guard down on safety issues. So, I would like to share some facts that United Nations and the International Finance Corporation survey results showed. They surveyed about 600 female owned medium and small scale enterprises in Africa, Asia, and Middle East last year in 2020. And they found out that more women now have experienced job loss because of COVID. They also found out that there is now increased demand for care, which has led to poor attention to business, and the resultant effect, of course, is lower income. And a lot of women, according to the survey, are struggling to shift from manual operations to digital operations. And they also found out that there's poor mental health and well being. Also, anxiety has increased, and this is related to COVID 19 among women when they compared it with men. They also found out that there's now a lot of incidences of partner abuse as well as family violence towards these women. And if we look at what the Center for Women Empowerment at CMU uh, wants to build for women, self confidence, safety, and health are part of the core together with income generation, education, and role model. So today I will be focusing on self-confidence, health, and safety. I'm going to be sharing with us today domains of resilience, which was put together by Smith, Otis, Wiggins, and some other authors. And sustaining your passion through coherence. We see coherence at the core of this model, which I have right here. Coherence is the core. It's an interplay of physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental health. As much as we do not like to accept the fact that we are spirit beings, we have some other part of our system that controls us. And it's amazing because it's a domain that even when you neglect will affect your other domains. So sustaining your passion through the coherence is very important because the passion is being driven by the coherence you have um, in all these spheres of domains of resilience. So the passion that you have is an interplay of your emotional life, your physical life, mental life, and spiritual life. And if we want to look at emotional life, it is very important to maintain emotional flexibility and a positive outlook. You also have to have self regulation, under which sincerity comes in. You need a self examination. At this time, women need to understand that the consequences of pandemic, the consequences of COVID-19 pandemic will outlast the COVID-19 pandemic itself. So this is the time to start going back to the drawing board and looking at how you will navigate through the business at the end of COVID or during COVID, as the case may be. And then we also don't want to neglect our physical well-being, which is a known domain of resilience that helps you build strength, endurance, physical flexibility. You want to stay healthy. choose healthy alternatives. Because of pressures, many women do not choose healthy alternatives because of the drive they have for the business. They spend their health on the business, and that is not supposed to be. So don't expend your health on your business. You won't live to see it if you do that. So you need to eat right, exercise right, take care of your mental health. So many people try to neglect it, but it is another main domain that drives our passion, which influences our coherence and ability to achieve resilience after a disaster. So you also want to pay attention to your mental health. In some cultures, it's a taboo to seek mental health because they think you're going crazy. But that's not the case, because sometimes when we have too many things weighing us down, you need to seek the services of experts and tell them, see, I think I'm depressed, or I think I'm stressed out. I don't even know what is happening to me. I just lost control. I don't seem to coordinate well. That is the time to talk to someone in confidence. And healthcare workers are people you can talk to in confidence. They're not going to go out there and start telling people, oh, she's going crazy. She's going to get mad next week, you know. So it's something we need to pay a very good attention to. Also, you need to take walks, take a break. You need to enjoy serenity. Do meditation if you have to. It's very important because it's going to help us achieve coherence that drives resilience. So, how can we strategically collaborate to build self confidence? Remember that earlier I showed us the survey from United Nations and IFC. They found out that a lot of women are finding it difficult. They're struggling with the shift from manual operations to digital operations. So, what can be done? There are certain things you can do. The first thing is get back to business. Like, do not be afraid to go back. Plan, you have to do the planning yourself. You have to sit down, go back to the drawing board, and you need focus. And that's where uh your physical aspect of life comes in. You know, I told you it's an interplay, everything works together. So here you see you need focus to be able to do the right plan. You need to do due diligence. Why? Because things have changed and you need to factor that in. And you need the help of a mentor. Do not say because you're a guru, you know how to do everything. It's amazing how many things we don't know. So many people found out they did not know a lot of things when COVID struck. So you can use the help of a mentor. It's going to give your business an excellent touch. You should be flexible and be open-minded. It's great. It's amazing how much you can achieve if you open up to the right people, of course, and collaborate, collaborate, collaborate. It's when you plan and you collaborate to achieve what you have planned, it's amazing. So how can you collaborate? Like I said, a lot of women are struggling with the shift from manual operations to digital operations. So what can you do? You can collaborate. Use the help of freelancers instead of a full-time employee who is going to take care of your digital operations, or even you struggling to do it yourself. Fiverr, Fiverr, it's a very great website where you can find a lot of freelancers. So what kind of things can you collaborate with? This list is endless. I only pinpointed some, which is just few. You can think of anything, put it on Fiverr, and then you find guys or ladies already that are doing it, and they will just charge you a very little amount of money. And it gives your business an excellent outlook. You can partner, collaborate in terms of chain, supply chain, accounts, manufacturing, branding, packaging, advertisement, digital operations, even for childcare. Amazingly, women are now partnering to rotate how they take care of their children so they can go back to business. Also, you can volunteer to learn more. If you find out that you know how to do this aspect of your business, but you do not really know how to do this, in order to give it that sparkling touch, all you need to do is collaborate and volunteer to learn more. Volunteer to learn more. It's very essential. When you volunteer, in that aspect, you're going to learn and be able to internalize whatever you learn and translate it to your business. Form groups and share ideas is very essential. So, what are the benefits of doing all this? You're going to achieve a very stress free life because now you find out that you are coordinating instead of doing. So you're coordinating more, which is easy for you to do, instead of doing, and stressing yourself out. So you have a stress relief and you have an improved sense of accomplishment. For instance, if they ask you, give me your balance sheet. Some entrepreneurs do not know how to do a balance sheet. You can find a freelance who will do a balance sheet for you for a token overnight, and then your balance sheet is ready. And it gives you this professional touch. And they just explain what is inside for you, and you go there, present it, and you look amazing. The credit goes to your company. It doesn't go to the freelance. So it helps improve a sense of accomplishment, which is how you achieve a better emotional health. And it leads you to a higher level of satisfaction. And of course, it boosts your self confidence as an entrepreneur. And it's okay to find out that you're struggling. Like I said, it may just be as a result of the fact that you're carrying too many things, doing too many things by yourself. As a lady, we have that tendency. Women have the tendency to want to do everything. We are everywhere. But that is not so in business. You have to be strategic. So don't let that lead into depression. All you need to do is carefully analyze the cause of the struggles, the cause of the failure in your business, and do not be afraid to start again as long as you do not repeat the same mistake that made you fail. So that is where strategy comes in. Collaborate, and that is very helpful. So this is not the time to let the guard down on safety issues, like I said earlier. It is important, apart from maintaining safety precautions in your workplace and in your workstations, right? It is important to have a disaster plan. A lot of people and so many organizations and companies, even entrepreneurs, found out that they did not have a disaster plan. They did not have an alternative plan when COVID struck. So it was a total shutdown for so many businesses. So have an emergency plan in place, have an alternative plan in place, and explore telework and contract staff instead of full-time employees. It's going to save your budget a whole lot. Because you're startups, because you're an entrepreneur, you need to gather all the money you need, the capital you need to expand the business. So you do not want to pay everything to the employee. Whatever you make, you want to use it to expand the business. So we have a lot of resources for safety, for occupational health, for mental health at CDC and at WHO website. So you can exploit, you'll be amazed how many things they have and that you can get for free. Ready-made documents, already, handbooks. Even starting a business in this COVID-19 is all there. So also communicate with your employees if you have, communicate with your suppliers, communicate with your partners, communicate with your stakeholders, because it's very important at this time. You've been out of touch. You need to come back to the sphere and let them know, oh, in 2 weeks my product will be coming out, or we just did this, we're upgrading this. You need to communicate. And remember to stay at home if you're sick. So thank you very much for your time, for listening to this presentation. I know you're going to have a very amazing time in this conference, and I wish you all the best. Thank you once again.